My beloved child, I see your heart, your struggles, and the burdens that sometimes weigh heavily upon you. As you journey through this life, you will encounter moments of darkness, despair, and uncertainty. Yet, in every trial, I ask you to remember this: hope is the light that never fades. It is the flame that burns even in the deepest night. Hope is not simply a wish for better days. It is the quiet confidence that I am with you, always guiding, always providing, and always preparing a way where there seems to be none. Even when the world seems to crumble around you, hold on to hope. It is through hope that you will find the strength to rise, again and again, no matter how many times you fall. In moments when doubt creeps into your soul, and the weight of the unknown feels unbearable, know that I have overcome the world. I have walked the path of suffering, and I have felt the pain of humanity. Yet, even in my darkest hour, I clung to the promise of the Father, to the hope that all things would be made new. And they were. Hope, my child, is not a fragile thing. It is powerful, unshakable, and eternal because it is rooted in me. When you place your hope in me, you are anchoring your soul to a foundation that cannot be moved. The storms of life may rage, but you will stand firm. The winds may howl, but you will not be swept away. Remember this: hope is not about escaping your reality, it is about transforming it. Through hope, you will begin to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth, every setback as a step towards something greater. You may not understand why things happen as they do, but trust in me, and hope will sustain you. Hope also unites you with others. Just as I have given you hope, so too are you called to be a beacon of hope for those around you. In your words, your actions, and your love, you can inspire others to believe in the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. Even when you feel weak, know that the hope within you is strong enough to lift others up. When you reflect my light, others will see the way forward, even in their darkest moments. Do not be afraid to hope for the impossible, for with me, all things are possible. Hope opens the door to miracles, to breakthroughs, and to the fulfillment of promises. It is hope that turns the dry desert into a blooming garden, that turns mourning into dancing, and that turns death into life. I am the resurrection and the life, and through hope in me, you will find that nothing is truly lost. Every broken piece can be made whole again. You may not see the full picture now, but hope gives you the strength to keep walking, one step at a time, trusting that I am leading you towards something beautiful, something beyond your wildest dreams. Hope is the bridge between where you are and where I am taking you. And even when the way seems long, know that I am walking with you, every step of the way. When the days are long and the nights are longer still, hope will be your song. Sing it, even when you don't feel like it. Sing it, even when your voice trembles. Hope will carry you through the valley, and it will lift you to the mountaintop. Do not let go of hope, for it is a gift I have given you, a treasure to hold close to your heart. And remember, hope is not just for this life. It is the promise of eternity. In me, you have the hope of everlasting life, where every tear will be wiped away, where there will be no more pain, no more suffering, and no more death. This hope is secure, for I have already conquered the grave. Because I live, you also will live. So, my beloved child, never lose sight of hope. In every season, in every trial, hold on to it. Let it be your strength, your guide, and your joy. I am with you, now and forever, and in me, you will always have hope. This is just the beginning of what hope means. I will continue to reveal more to you as you seek me, and as you open your heart to the fullness of my love. Know this: hope is not just a fleeting feeling, it is the anchor of your soul, firm and secure, because it is rooted in me. The importance of hope, Part 2. My child, as you continue to walk in the light of hope, understand that it is a journey, a constant unfolding, like the breaking dawn that grows brighter until the full light of day. Hope is not always immediate, and it may not always feel like an easy thing to hold on to, but it is always present, waiting for you to grasp it. There will be times when hope seems distant, and the clouds of doubt may try to obscure your vision. But remember this, hope is not dependent on what you see. It transcends your circumstances, for it is based on my unchanging nature, not on the temporary conditions of this world. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And so is my promise to you. When everything around you changes, when the ground beneath your feet seems to shift, I remain your solid foundation, and your hope in me is steadfast. Hope calls you to believe beyond what your eyes can see and what your mind can comprehend. It invites you to trust in the unseen, to place your faith in the one who holds all things together. This kind of hope is what sustains you in moments of uncertainty. When the answers don't come quickly, and when the path ahead is unclear, hope whispers to your heart, keep going. I am with you. Do not be discouraged when the fulfillment of your hopes takes time. For as you wait, something sacred is happening. In the waiting, your hope is being refined, your trust is being deepened, and your faith is being strengthened. Like a seed planted in the soil, hope takes root in the hidden places of your heart, growing beneath the surface until the time is right for it to bloom. Just because you cannot see the growth does not mean it is not happening. Trust in the process. Trust in me. I know that waiting is not always easy. Patience can be hard, especially when you are eager for a breakthrough, for change, or for relief from the challenges you face. But I ask you, my child, to remember this, I work all things for your good. Even when you cannot understand why things are unfolding as they are, hold on to the hope that I am orchestrating everything according to my perfect plan for your life. Every delay, every closed door, every unexpected turn is part of a greater story, one that will ultimately lead you to the fulfillment of my promises for you. As you wait in hope, let your heart be filled with expectation, not anxiety. Hope is not about worrying over what might happen, it is about trusting in what will happen according to my will. You are not forgotten, and your hopes are not in vain. I am the God of hope, and I do not disappoint. My timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your own. There is a purpose to every season, even the ones that seem barren or difficult. In the seasons of waiting, I am teaching you perseverance. I am teaching you to rely on me, to surrender your own timelines and agendas, and to rest in the assurance that I am in control. Through hope, you will learn to see every season as an opportunity for growth, for deeper faith, and for a closer relationship with me. Hope is also about the posture of your heart. It is about choosing to focus not on what is lacking, but on what is possible. It is about lifting your eyes above the challenges and looking toward the promises I have spoken over you. When you choose hope, you are choosing to align yourself with my vision for your life. You are choosing to believe that I am working, even when it is not immediately visible. And in that choice, you will find peace. My child, let your hope be active. Let it propel you forward, even when the way seems difficult. Hope is not passive, it is a force that moves you toward my purposes. It gives you the courage to take the next step, even when you are unsure of the outcome. Hope empowers you to act in faith, knowing that as you do, I am right there beside you, guiding your every move. You may not always feel strong, but that is where hope steps in. When you are weak, hope reminds you that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel like you cannot take another step, hope reminds you that my grace is sufficient for you. It is in these moments that hope becomes a lifeline, pulling you through the storms, lifting you when you cannot lift yourself. And as you continue to walk in hope, remember that you are not alone. Just as I have filled your heart with hope, I have placed others along your path to encourage you, to walk with you, and to remind you of the promises I have spoken. Community is a vital part of the hope I have given you. In times when your own hope feels fragile, lean on the hope of others. Together, you will find strength and encouragement to keep moving forward. Likewise, you are called to be a source of hope for others. In your words, your kindness, and your faith, you can ignite hope in those who are weary. When you share your story, your testimony of how I have sustained you through difficult times, you are planting seeds of hope in the hearts of those who are struggling. Never underestimate the power of your witness. The hope I have placed in you is not just for you, it is a light meant to shine for all to see. Let your life be a reflection of the hope you have in me. Let it be evident in the way you approach challenges, in the way you love others, and in the way you trust in my goodness. When the world looks at you, let them see someone who is unshaken, someone whose hope is firmly anchored in something greater than this world can offer. For in doing so, you will point them to me, the source of all hope. My beloved child, as you continue to walk this path of hope, I want you to understand how deeply it connects to who I am and to the very heart of the life I have called you to live. Hope is not just something you hold on to in times of difficulty, it is the essence of your faith, the foundation upon which your relationship with me is built. Hope and faith are intertwined. When you hope, you are expressing your faith in my promises, in my goodness, and in my ability to work all things for your good. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, and hope is the confident expectation that what I have spoken will come to pass. Without hope, faith would be directionless, and without faith, hope would be powerless. Together, they form the bedrock of your spiritual life. As you grow in your understanding of hope, you will begin to see that it is not merely an emotion or a fleeting feeling. It is a state of being. It is an orientation of your heart toward the future, a future that is shaped by my will and my love for you. Hope allows you to see beyond the present moment, to envision the possibilities that I have placed before you, and to trust that I am leading you toward a future filled with good things. But this hope is not confined to the future. It also transforms the present. When you live with hope, you live with purpose. You recognize that every moment, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, is part of my larger plan for your life. Hope gives meaning to the mundane, and it infuses even the most difficult circumstances with the assurance that nothing is wasted in my hands. There will be times when the road ahead seems unclear, when the challenges you face feel overwhelming, and when you are tempted to lose hope. In these moments, I ask you to turn your eyes to me. I am your constant. I am the source of your hope, and I am always with you. When you feel weak, I will be your strength. When you feel lost, I will be your guide. And when you feel that hope is slipping away, I will be the one to renew it within you. You are not alone in this journey of hope. Throughout the scriptures, I have shown time and time again that hope is an essential part of the lives of those who follow me. Think of Abraham, who hoped against hope, trusting in my promise to make him the father of many nations, even when everything in the natural world seemed to contradict that promise. Think of David, who, despite being pursued by enemies, held on to hope, believing that I would deliver him and establish him as king. And think of the prophets, who spoke of hope even in the midst of exile and suffering, proclaiming that I would one day restore my people and bring them back to their land. These are not just stories of the past, they are examples of what hope looks like in action. Just as I was faithful to them, so too will I be faithful to you. The hope I have placed within you is not something fragile that can be easily broken. It is strong and resilient because it is rooted in me. When the world around you shakes, when the storms of life come, know that your hope in me will remain unshaken. As you continue to trust in me, your hope will grow. It will become a wellspring of joy and peace within you, a source of strength that sustains you through every trial. For when you place your hope in me, you are no longer bound by the limitations of this world. You are no longer subject to the fears, doubts, and uncertainties that can so easily overwhelm you. Instead, you are lifted above them, anchored in the reality of my kingdom, where all things are possible. Hope, my child, is a gift I have given you. But it is also something that must be cultivated. Just as a gardener tends to the soil, so too must you tend to the hope that I have placed within your heart. Nurture it with my word. Let my promises be the seeds that take root in your soul. Water it with prayer, coming to me with your desires, your dreams, and your fears, and allowing me to speak life into them. Protect it from the weeds of doubt and fear that seek to choke it out, by fixing your mind on what is true, noble, and praiseworthy. And most importantly, share this hope with others. You were never meant to carry this hope alone. The hope I have given you is meant to be a light that shines in the darkness, a beacon that draws others to me. In a world that is often filled with despair, you are called to be a messenger of hope, reminding others that there is a greater story at work, that there is a God who loves them and who has a plan for their lives. There will be times when those around you are struggling to find hope, when they are weighed down by the cares of this life and cannot see a way forward. In these moments, I ask you to be my hands and feet, to speak words of encouragement, and to offer a listening ear. Sometimes, just your presence, filled with hope and peace, can be enough to lift someone's spirit and remind them that they are not alone. As you share hope with others, you will find that your own hope is strengthened. For hope is not something that diminishes when it is given away, it multiplies. The more you give, the more you will receive. This is the beauty of my kingdom. It operates on principles that are often contrary to the ways of this world. In giving, you receive. In serving, you are served. And in offering hope, you find your own hope renewed. So, my child, continue to walk in hope. Let it be the song that fills your heart, the light that guides your steps, and the strength that carries you through every challenge. Know that I am with you always, and that my plans for you are good. The hope I have given you is not just for today, but for eternity. And as you walk in this hope, you will experience the fullness of life that I have promised you. My beloved child, as you continue to embrace hope, know that it is not only the anchor of your soul but also a reflection of my love for you. Hope is a gift born out of my desire for you to live in peace and assurance, knowing that your future is secure in me. When you walk in hope, you walk in the knowledge that I am good and that I am always working on your behalf. Hope gives you vision. It helps you to see beyond your present circumstances and to recognize that there is more to come. Without hope, it is easy to become consumed by what is happening around you, to focus solely on the trials and difficulties you face. But when you have hope, you are able to look beyond the temporary and into the eternal. You begin to see that what you are experiencing now is just a part of a much larger story, a story that I am writing for your good and for my glory. Hope is not about ignoring the challenges or pretending that they do not exist. It is about seeing them through a different lens. It is about understanding that every trial, every obstacle, and every hardship has a purpose. Hope allows you to trust that even in the midst of suffering, I am at work, refining you, shaping you, and preparing you for what is to come. I know that there are times when it feels as though the weight of the world is pressing down on you, and it is difficult to see how things will ever get better. In those moments, I ask you to remember that I have overcome the world. There is nothing too great for me. There is no challenge too difficult, no mountain too high, and no valley too deep. I am with you, and I am greater than anything you face. Hope reminds you of my power. It reminds you that I am the God of miracles, the God who parted the sea, who raised the dead, who healed the sick, and who calmed the storm. Just as I performed wonders in the past, so too am I able to work miracles in your life today. Hope opens your heart to the possibility of the impossible, to the reality that I am not limited by human constraints or earthly circumstances. But hope also invites you to rest. It invites you to lay down your striving and to trust that I am in control. So often, you carry burdens that were never meant for you to bear. You try to solve problems in your own strength, to find solutions in your own wisdom, and to make things happen according to your own timing. But hope reminds you that I am your provider, your protector, and your guide. You do not have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, for I am the one who upholds you. When you rest in hope, you are able to release the need to control everything. You are able to surrender your plans, your desires, and your worries into my hands, trusting that I am more than capable of taking care of you. Hope allows you to breathe deeply, to find peace in the midst of uncertainty, and to know that I am always working, even when you cannot see it. My child, I want you to know that hope is not a sign of weakness. It is not a denial of reality or a refusal to face the facts. Hope is a courageous choice, one that requires strength and faith. It takes courage to hope when the world around you seems hopeless. It takes strength to believe in my promises when everything in your life seems to contradict them. But this is the kind of hope I am calling you to, a hope that is bold, resilient, and unwavering. This hope is what will sustain you in the days ahead. There will be moments when you are tempted to give up, when the road ahead seems too long and too hard. But I ask you to hold on to hope. Do not let go of the promise that I have given you. Do not allow the enemy to steal the hope that I have placed in your heart. For the enemy will try to convince you that your situation is hopeless, that things will never change, that I have forgotten you. But these are lies, my child. Do not believe them. I have not forgotten you. I see you. I know every detail of your life. I know your struggles, your fears, and your deepest desires. And I am with you in every moment. I am working on your behalf, even when you cannot see it. I am moving in ways that you do not yet understand, but you will see the fruit of my work in due time. Hold on to hope, for the fulfillment of my promises is coming. Hope is not just for the moments when everything is going well. It is for the moments when everything seems to be falling apart. It is in those moments that hope shines the brightest. When the world around you is dark, hope becomes a beacon of light, guiding you forward, reminding you that this is not the end of the story. I want you to understand that hope is not passive. It is not about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. Hope is active. It is a force that moves you forward, that gives you the strength to keep going, even when the way is difficult. Hope inspires action. It pushes you to step out in faith, to take risks, and to pursue the dreams that I have placed in your heart. When you hope in me, you are empowered to live boldly. You are no longer held back by fear, by doubt, or by the limitations of this world. Hope gives you the freedom to dream big, to believe in the impossible, and to trust that I am able to do far more than you could ever ask or imagine. Hope is the fuel that propels you into the future that I have planned for you. And as you walk in hope, you will inspire others to do the same. Your life will become a testimony of my faithfulness, a living example of what it looks like to trust in me, even in the midst of difficulty. Others will see the hope that radiates from you, and they will be drawn to it. They will see that your hope is not based on circumstances, but on something much deeper, something eternal. My child, I am calling you to be a carrier of hope. In a world that is often filled with despair, you are called to be a light. You are called to bring hope to the hopeless, to encourage those who are weary, and to remind others of the goodness of my promises. As you walk in hope, you will become a reflection of my love, a beacon that points others to me. So, hold fast to hope, my beloved. Let it be the anchor of your soul, the light that guides your path, and the strength that carries you through every season. I am with you always, and I have great plans for your life. The best is yet to come.